Hello and welcome back to Around the Block. Hope you're all doing well today and looking forward to today's episode where we take on our former club Puskas Academy in the final Champions League group stage game. We've already qualified from our group because we've won 5 out of 5 games in our Champions League group. However, it's just nice to have one final game against the club that we hold dear to our hearts, Puskas Academy. We also have the game against Fortuna Dusseldorf in the Bundesliga afterwards, as well as we look to hold on to top of the table in the Bundesliga. It's been a very good few games since you guys were last here for the Real Madrid win and Hoffenheim win. We started off with a 2-1 win over Mainz, Kelly Deroux and Rogler with the goals in that one before we beat Benfica with Thaddeus Agalo and Diogo scoring a penalty in the 96th minute to pick up the 3 points there as well. Bochum, we beat them 3-0 with Rogler and Buncevic scoring the goals in that one before a 2-0 win with Rogler once again picking up a brace in that game against Holstein Kiel in a 2-0 victory. Great stuff there, good results for us. We maintain our place on top of the Champions League group where we have qualified. Hopefully Benfica beat Real Madrid today. That would be quite exciting. Real Madrid then be knocked out of the Champions League. That'd be pretty good for us, I suppose. Might help us make it a little easier for ourselves later down the competition. And in terms of the Bundesliga, we're still top of the table, but Bayern Munich are right on our tails. They are just a single point behind us, but we have built a bit of a gap out to those teams behind Bayern Munich, Hamburg, Hertha Berlin, Borussia Dortmund, Stuttgart. They're all falling away a little bit behind us, which is quite nice. It looks like a 2-horse race between us and Bayern Munich. We just have to keep winning games, keep ahead of Bayern Munich. They're keeping the pressure on us, but if we can just soak up that pressure, keep playing well, the Bundesliga table and title could be ours this season. Hopefully as well, we should be getting the Champions League knockout draw today as well at some point. Yeah, in fact, it should just come after the Fortuna Dusseldorf game. So we'll get that in today's episode as well, which will be great fun. Because we've won our group, we're going to be playing teams that have come second in the Champions League. That's how it works. First place, second in the first knockout round. So Sevilla, they've qualified second in their group. Marseille, PSG are the only team I fear, the only team I'm scared of. They've qualified second in their group, so I can almost guarantee that we are going to be playing against them later down the line in the first knockout round. Chelsea also qualified second in their group, and then other ones haven't quite qualified yet, so we could see a bit of change in some of these groups. But Barcelona are guaranteed second in theirs. It could be Inter or Spartak Moscow or a Shakhtar or a Lyon or even Victoria Pleasant. You never quite know. Either way, we're going to jump straight into this game against Puskas Academy, and if they were in a position to qualify, I'd lose to them, but they've not won a single game, so I'd rather get the full maximum points possible and hopefully get a good result against Puskas today. So Andre Luis in goal as per usual, Blažević, Depaka and Diogo in the back as per usual. Karapisi starts on the right, but Harac Buncevic starts on the left today because if we can find him, Nikolaev has just come back from an injury he sustained in other games, so he's not quite fit enough to play in this one. Dorbal and Carlos Alberto in the middle with Clan just ahead of them, with Constantine and Rogler starting up front. The big double C has been injured, I think, for every game you were not here for, so we've rotated between Thaddeus Agalo and Jan Salmon, both of them doing pretty well, but the big double C has proved himself to be a superb player for us this season, so he's back into the lineup for this particular game. So as we kick off against our former side with a few players that we do recognise in that lineup we spoke about a week ago or so now, but we spoke about it before, as Blažević scores the first goal inside of 4 minutes. It could be a long day here for Puskas Academy, but without Puskas, we wouldn't be able to get a job like RB Leipzig, I don't think. I think the talent Puskas really catapulted us. I mean, we went from Puskas straight to CSK Moscow because we did so well at Puskas. That's the sole reason we got there, I think. And, because we did so well there, that really catapulted and acted as a big catalyst for our career in this particular save file. So we've got a lot to thank Puskas for. We did an awful lot for us. So thank you very much, lads. And obviously the success that we had has carried on with Puskas. They're doing better than we did with them, essentially. They are defending league title champions. They won it several times. They've been in the Champions League more times than I've been in the Champions League because they just keep qualifying for it every single season. They do extremely well. So Puskas is like a real success story. I feel like it's a child and I've let them grow up and they're now an adult and they're doing their own thing in the world. And I'm like a proud dad sort of sat here, but still showing them that I know best. Dad knows best because he's given his son a thrashing, which doesn't quite sound quite right, does it? I don't know. Either way, we're beating Puskas right now, which I'm pretty happy with. Karapisi puts the ball into the middle. Carlos Alberto into Harash Buncevic. It's just about saved by Serafimovsky there, who I'm surprised is still there, to be fair. I thought he'd be snapped up by a bigger team because he was a better goalkeeper than Puskas deserved, essentially. So the fact that he's still there does show that Puskas have obviously paid him quite nicely, I suppose, but also, they're developing him quite nicely, and he's pretty pleased at the club. Don't know if anything that I just said made sense there, really, but they've still got Serafimovsky. He should have gone somewhere else. He should have gone to a bigger club, but they've still got him. But saying that, if he gets Champions League football every single season, why would he want to move, I suppose? Why would he want to move? He's got the Champions League. He's not a player that's ever going to win it, and he's the first team, first choice for a Champions League club. So really, actually, why would he want to move, I suppose, thinking about that, as Harash Buncevic gets a good challenge in there. It brings it up to Roman Klan, who takes it into the Puskas Academy half, gets past one, gets past not two, because he plays it back to Blažević instead, but Blažević can play it across to Diogo. Let's get it out wide on that right-hand side, or back to Andre Luis. Okay, a nice bit of passing play here, lads, but passing the wrong way. Harash Buncevic back on the ball once again, looking to restart the move as he gets past one, gets past two, into the middle. Rogler's there, just over the bar, unfortunately. Good to see that 231 Puskas Academy fans have come along for this one. A little bit of a shame. Thought they might bring a few more, especially to come and see me. I'm going to go and meet all of these 231 people personally, because I probably know them all. Probably know them all from my days back at Puskas Academy, back in the glory days, as they've got a wonder kid, Matthew Abbott. Let's scout him out. If he's a wonder kid, we need to scout him out on loan from Liverpool. Okay. So maybe not quite a player we could afford, but let's get him scouted out again, because I'm always on the hunt for a wonder kid. In the meantime, we need to make substitutes, actually, because they're looking quite tired, players out there. Karapisi will come off for the Patka, who can swap out with Kelly Daru at the back, which would be quite good. Rogler not having the best of games. We'll take him off for Jan Sarman. And actually, Thaddeus Agalo can come on for the big double C as well up front. See if we can just get these two to score a goal or so in the last 10 minutes of the game or so. As a free kick comes in for Puskas, cleared only as far as Klan gets it to Thaddeus Agalo. Coming forward, Jan Sarman on the ball now. Come on, Jan, get a good goal here. We want to see it. And he does get the goal. His first goal of the season. His first senior goal for the club as well. You love to see it. And what a time to get it in the Champions League as well. Well done, Jan Sarman. He's been waiting patiently in the B team last season. He's only, 17 years old, but he looks very, very good for the future. Jan Sarman, congratulations. I will say the one thing that I feel like this series has let us down a bit with is that sort of youth development part of it. I love that part of Football Manager, youth development. It's my favourite part of it. Hence why it's such a big part of the Patreon and things like that. But we've not been able to do it so much in this particular save, because we're constantly moving, and it just hasn't quite worked out really, as well as it would do at a single save club. So FM21 is going to be a big single club save, so we can have that proper youth development and things like that. I think that'd be really good for us. I think that just makes it a bit more engaging content as well, in my opinion. So a couple of days off until this Fortuna Dusseldorf game. We will probably need to rotate the team just a little bit for this one to keep players fit, and of course keep some players happy to get some game time and things like that. But the 14th in the table, Dusseldorf, it should be a routine win on paper. I mean, we have only lost one game this season to Bayern Munich, and every other game we've won, apart from two that we also drew as well. So we are good. The on paper we should win in this game has worked pretty well for us this season, because we've not really had any shocks or anything like that. But you can guarantee that as soon as I say it on camera, we will then lose that game, and it will be a bit of a shock, but we'll give it a go. Right, changes need to be made. What we can do is, if we can find him, Nikolaev can come back on for this game because he's fit again, which would be good. Juan Ferrari will come on for Karapisi, who's probably quite tired. He is. Who else is looking tired? Dorbal's looking tired, so Madsen can come on for him in the middle of the park. He's more of a playmaker, but we'll play him as a box-to-boxer today to see how he does. The Patka is looking tired, so let's take him off for Kelly Daru. And whilst we're here as well, any more changes that we want to make? I'd say Aroud has not had enough game time, actually. You can see here from his Matt Sharpman, he's not had enough game time at all. So we'll bring him on for Klan as well. And Kidrich can also come on for Carlos Alberto there, because he's not had much game time. Can we swap these two guys over? They prefer being the other way around? Not really, because Kidrich is more Swap those two round. That'll do. That'll be fine. So kickoff is upon us today, and hopefully we're going to get a good result. Should probably also mention tonight we are streaming once again from 7 PM over on twitch.tv/TomFM. It's the first stream we've actually done since the streamer showdown where we came second in that, which was very, very upsetting coming second in that. But hopefully in the future at some point, if we get invited to another one, we will hopefully be able to rectify what goes on there and hopefully win it next time out, which would be fantastic. But come join us tonight anyway for the stream, 7 till whenever we want to, essentially. So just come along. You know, if you're watching this on Tuesday evening, chances are I'm probably still streaming. So link down in the description or just search on Twitch TomFM. Come and have a chat with us, because that's what the streams are. It's just basically us. The Foot Manager is kind of in the background a little bit, and it's just us having a chat about football, all sorts of kind of life, everything essentially. As Fortuna Dusseldorf has scored. Like I said, this is a routine win on paper until, of course, we don't win a game and it all goes embarrassingly wrong for me. In fact, this is actually quite embarrassing, I must say. We've not had a single shot yet in this game. Let's say get creative out there to them before half-time comes around, because this is not good enough. The get creative has worked a little bit, as we've had 4 shots now, but not a single highlight. Aggressive. Where's the passion, lads? Do you even want to win this game, as all of our players look very nervous? Let's say show some passion out there. Everyone looks fired up, which is good to see, but we're not scoring goals. Why? Why is this all of a sudden just stopped working in this game? Do we have to just maybe switch it up to, you know, a form of formation that used to work for us a little bit, maybe? If we swap these two over, that might work a little bit. Have we got any wingers on the bench? That could be an issue. In fact, do we? Murovski can kind of play on the left. If we swap Daru out, the big double C can kind of play on the right. That's a little bit of a worry, isn't it? Let's try this out. You know, this worked quite well against last season, obviously against teams a lot lower down the table than us. So hopefully it might work out for us now. But with 20 minutes to go, we've not had a single highlight in our favour yet at all, which you hate to see. Oh dear me, this is not going very well for us, and I presume Bayern haven't played their game yet, so I presume they'll win their game. They'll go ahead of us in the table and we'll drop down to second, which you don't want to see whatsoever. But surely Bayern have got to slip up at some point as well. Like, they've got to hit a bit of a bad patch of form at some point, you'd imagine, as Kidrich coming forward. Kidrich shoots. It's an easy save for the keeper. I'll say get creative again, because I panic using anything else. Get creative is the one to go for, I feel. But this is not looking good for us right now. 10 minutes to go. There's a chance for us as Aruda into Nikolaev. Nikolaev into Madsen. Madsen across to Ferraro. Rotating was not the best option today, was it really? Potentially we should have. But saying that, it's still like 75% the same team that just won against Puskas Academy. Nikolaev in the middle. Oh, Rogler's header over the bar. Lads, demand more. This is not how this game was meant to go. And by looks of things, despite us ending up having 13 shots in this game, we're going to lose our second game of the season against Fortuna Dusseldorf. That was not expected. We've been in superb form, and to be fair, we played very well in that game. We let them have 3 shots. We had 13 of our own. We should have scored some more goals there. As apparently, I now face an inquest. Literally, we've lost 2 games all season, and apparently I'm now facing an what the hell is that about? The team will face questions about their performance amid concerns that an unlikely defeat could set off a run of bad form. We've lost 1 game. Look how bloody brilliant our form has been. You know, we lost there to Bayern Munich, and our form's been, I feel it's very, very harsh. Very harsh on the team. I presume, though, of course, this will mean that Bayern Munich are now going to be Augsburg like 12-0, aren't they? They'll go top of the table, and then we drop down to second. But, of course, Bayern have got to... they won 4-0. They've got to start losing games at some point, you'd imagine. Surely that's going to happen at some point. Well, either way, we're going to go forward a few days until we get to the Champions League group stage. First knockout round draw, which you can guarantee we're going to get PSG in. We always seem to get PSG in any of these Champions League group stage draws, whatever it is. On the Arsenal save on stream, I think every season we've had PSG in that first knockout round and not been able to beat them, which is really annoying. But this time around, we're going to go all the way with Leipzig. unless, of course, we come up against Fortuna Dusseldorf and then we don't go all the way. Constantly at the moment, I'm being asked about new contracts from players. And I keep saying we'll do it at the end of the season. I'm at the stage now where we've got Luis, Diogo and Rogler all expecting new contracts come the end of the season. We've got to be careful because they're all asking for big contracts as well. We've got to be careful with how much money we're giving out to players. But either way, that's something for the end of the season. This is something for now. The Champions League first knockout round draw. So we're a first seeded team, so we avoid teams like Bayern, like Victoria Pleasant, although I'd quite like to play them, Borussia Dortmund, Atletico Madrid. We avoid all these teams. In the meantime, we've got all these teams to worry about. Barcelona, Chelsea, PSG. That's very annoying. Anyway, let's do it. Draw. Marseille, Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid versus Bayern Munich, Shakhtar versus Juventus, PSG. This will be us now, won't it? This will be us. Victoria Pleasant. Okay, that's at least it's not us. That's quite handy. Sevilla against Borussia Dortmund. How many teams are left in this? Barcelona, Spartak, Chelsea. I'll take any of them. Maybe not Barcelona, but I'll take any of them. Chelsea against us. Okay, that's a good draw for us, I believe. I think we can do a job against Chelsea. And then Barca, Liverpool, Spartak, Man City. Interesting stuff then. So Chelsea coming up. How have they done in recent years? I don't think we can see anything because we don't have the English league loaded up. So not very well, hopefully. They haven't won a league title or come in the top 3 in the past 2 seasons. So yeah, that I'd imagine that should be a win for us. But of course, we'll have to wait and see until we actually play them. It could be another Fortuna Dusseldorf moment, maybe. So next episode then, what we might do is go straight through to Wolfsburg and Chelsea, because obviously that's quite a lot of games to miss, including the winter break as well. But we do want to try and kick on with this a little bit. My plan is to start a new series on the 12th of September, or around that sort of time, when the new season starts in England with a Leeds United or a newly promoted side to the Premier League. That'd be quite good fun to do for the rest of FM20. But also we do want to go and visit some other places around Eastern Europe before we say finishes. So I do want to try and kick on with this a little bit. I do want to win a Bundesliga or a Champions League with RB Leipzig before we move on. So we do need to kick on with this just a little bit, I think. So that's what we'll do next episode, which will be good fun. So thank you ever so much for watching today's video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. And of course, if you have done, drop a like on the video for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. And I will see you next time. Have a good one. Goodbye.